there's a thing called doublespeak. You know politicians? They do doublespeak. What does that mean? It means you sit down and you listen to the guy and you watch the guy, you don't get a thing. Did he agree or disagree finally? Finally, did he say yes or no? This guy is dead in Iraq, for example, the British agent, or not agent, let's say a British social worker or aid worker. You know aid workers? Aid worker. So we have doublespeak. If you listen to Prime Minister Cameron speaking about what he's going to do, it was a perfect example of doublespeak. First, they condemn. It's a terrible thing. We will do everything within our power to bring those who did it to justice. But then he continues. We will do everything in our power, no matter how long it takes. It may take 20, 30 years. And he goes on and on. So when you listen, finally, you don't know. Are they going to put boots on the ground? Are they going to kill these guys? Are they going to fight with those guys? Or are they not? What is the position? So, but in IELTS, or in daily conversation, you are expected to clarify your position. You're not supposed to do double speak. I need to know, do you agree, or do you disagree, or do you partly agree? And if you partly agree, what are the partial agreements? Correct? In IELTS, something else is added. Which is more politically correct? Which one is easier for you to defend? Fine, we talk about it. So, if I were you, and if I had this, I would take the easier path of saying, I agree with the statements. Even though, personally, I disagree with the statements. For two main reasons. I would ask the writer, guy, hello, have you just been to LA, posh streets of LA? Or maybe, I don't know, some posh streets of New York City, the upscale New York? Have you ever visited people around the world? Or is this IELTS topic, is it a general international one? Or have you been to different parts of the world where people seem to have less and less? They don't even have clean drinking water? If I wanted to actually write something using what I really think. And next, even those rich people, are they less aware or are they less caring? Being aware and being caring are two different things. Sometimes I'm less aware of kindness and human values. Sometimes I'm quite aware of that. I just don't want to care. So, that's hard for me to write about in 40 minutes. I move on. Now I want to write this and say, I want to say, yes, I agree. Again, it's easier for me to say I totally agree. It's easier. I partially agree, more analytical, more analysis. Now, what should I do next? Now I agree. The first thing that should come to my mind is when I agree or disagree, some words should come to my mind and some ideas. Remember brainstorming for writing? Every time I want to write, the first process, the first part of the game is brainstorming, right? After that is outlining. Now, brainstorm and outline. I want to brainstorm, and in IELTS, because we don't have much time, we usually brainstorm and outline together. So I would write, totally agree. That's my position. I totally agree with the statement. Now, I need some paraphrasing. Remember the word paraphrase? Reword? What is paraphrase? Reword, what else? Or rephrase. I need to rephrase this. I need to write it. Now, rephrasing is a good practice. And it's good for us because it helps us figure out whether or not we can use synonyms, whether or not we can use the same thing, we can say the same thing differently, in a different way. So, but this topic, remember, When I get a topic, I should have a general picture of the topic, and the general picture of the topic should tell me that this is about what words. When I see this topic, the desire to possess more and more and more, on the one hand, and on the other hand, values, such as humanity, they're dead. What should come to my mind? To my mind, we have, when I'm brainstorming, this is brainstorming, and brainstorming sometimes naturally happens as soon as I'm given a topic. My brain starts storming. That's called brainstorming. So as soon as I hear this topic, my brain goes, oh, this is about consumerism. Consumerism. Yes?
It's right there.
Yeah.
Wow, I love you.
Consumerism. Consumerism is a natural... Thank you for letting us know. In 5 minutes we'll have a break. Consumerism is a natural IELTS topic. This is about what is consumerism? Consumerist. Consumption. What else? Consumerism, consumerist, consumption. What is the verb? Consume. We have something called conspicuous consumption. What is conspicuous consumption? You know conspicuous? He was conspicuous by his absence. It's a phrase. People use this. He was conspicuous by his absence. After this word, we're taking a break. After this phrase. Conspicuous by his absence. Oh, everybody missed you. Truly, everyone missed you on Friday. You were conspicuous by your absence. When you're conspicuous, some people are conspicuous. They dress conspicuously. Conspicuous. Say conspicuous.
Conspicuous.
Conspicuous. Conspicuous. Conspicuous. It means they stick out. Stick out like a sore thumb. They stick out like they're so outstanding. They stick out like everyone can see them. So when you're conspicuous by your absence, it basically means everyone missed you. It was clear that you were not here. It was quite obvious. People could notice you were noticeably absent. And we have this. Now, conspicuous consumption is a different thing. When people, my neighbor buys a Mercedes-Benz, so I need to buy a Porsche. A Bentley, maybe. Yeah, that's called conspicuous consumption. Do you remember the phrase? We had an expression, to keep up. To keep up with the Joneses. Remember the expression to keep up with the Joneses? Yeah? To keep up with the Joneses. And remember there's another proverb attached to this topic. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Thank you. So we say the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. It means people, whatever they have, usually it looks better than what I have. But if I go there, if I have that thing, say, oh, this is not how it looked from afar, you know, from afar? From afar. It's a good phrase again. From afar. This is not how it looked from afar, not from far. From a distance. From a distance, right? From afar. This is not how it looked from afar. Look, that room looked bigger and lighter. But there was a downside to it, and we didn't know. We didn't know we could not control this. And that was a huge downside, right? So from afar, it looked better. But we moved in, so we say the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. And once you're on that side, the grass would look greener on this side. Have you heard the song by, do you know Grass Was Greener? Pink Floyd? I can't believe you guys. I know, yeah, my grandpa used to listen to Pink Floyd, but they're still alive, some of them, and I will play that during the break. So, basically, one last word on this, and we have a break, and we come back. And today's a good day, definitely. From now on, it's going to be less boring. Hopefully. When I see a topic, and after I underline words, and after I really know that I understood the topic, now my brain starts storming. It's called brainstorming. At the same time, as my brain is brainstorming, because in IELTS I don't have much time, I should brainstorm and outline together. So I get a few words and then put them in order. So I should brainstorm in the line of the essay during outlining. I should outline brainstorm. Brain outline storm. Outline brainstorm.
Oh.
Whatever. With this topic, the first thing that comes to my mind is that the topic is about consumerism. I need to know the word consumerism. It's an IELTS word. If I don't know the word consumerism, it's wrong. I need to know. I need to know consumerism, consumerist culture, and I need to know words such as conspicuous consumption, that people buy things based on rivalry. I need to know words such as rivalry, rivalry. These should come to my mind.
That's